Our top story, Aam Aadmi Party MLA and former Law Minister of Delhi, Somnath Bharti, has surrendered last night at a police station in West Delhi's Dwarka area, hours after the Supreme Court set a deadline. Bharti made a dramatic entry into the police station with a copy of the Indian Constitution in his hand. He was later taken to a lockup in a different police station and questioned all night. According to Delhi police sources, Bharti has been evasive in his replies and is not cooperating with them. Bharti is to be produced before a court today for remand. The Aam Aadmi Party legislator dodged the police for a week after two courts rejected his plea for anticipatory bail. Somnath Bharti was wanted in a case of domestic violence filed by his wife Lipika Mitra. Appearing at the police station, Bharti said that he was not running away from the law, as we just mentioned, but he was exploring all his legal options. Meanwhile, the lawyer of Somnath Bharti has hit out at Chief Minister Kejriwal for dumping his former close aide.
This guarantees every Indian citizen to avail legal remedies available. There was a warrant and I was availing my legal remedies till Supreme Court. Today, Honorable Supreme Court has directed me to surrender. In compliance of the direction of Honorable Supreme Court, I am here to surrender. I was not running away from law. I was only availing the legal remedies guaranteed by the Constitution of India.
So you also wrote a letter to the Chief Minister, yes, in which you also said that, like Prime Minister Modi, he defends his people. Probably the Aam Aadmi Party has not done enough.
I think the principle that you're innocent until proven guilty applies especially to friends. And I believe that Mr. Bharti's association with Mr. Kejriwal is not just of a political relationship. I believe they're also friends. They go back a long time. In my humble opinion, Mr. Kejriwal dropped the potato a little too early. He should have waited.
इस देश में लोकतंत्र आज की तारीख में अगर मजबूत है तो न्याय व्यवस्था के कंधों पर चढ़कर ही मजबूत है. हमें न्याय जुडिशरी से अपना विश्वास नहीं खोना चाहिए और सर्वप्रिय.
Now, after his dramatic surrender, there has been a questioning that has taken place all through yesterday night by the Delhi police. Now, here is a list of the probable questions that the police has asked Somnath Bharti. Number 1, where have you been all these days? Number 2, who helped you during this period? That is the period when he was away, when the police was looking for him. Question number 3, if you were not guilty, why were you on the run? Just a reminder, these are questions that the police is likely to have asked Mr. Somnath Bharti. Question number 4, how did your domestic relations not work out with your wife? Question number 5, why did you try and get your dog to hurt your wife? Question number 6, why did you force your wife to abort a child, as has been the allegation? And question number 7, did you seek dowry from your in-laws? Let's go across to Maha Siddiqui, who joins us this morning for more on this story. Morning, Maha. This is a political potboiler. This is also a personal issue as far as Mr. Somnath Bharti is concerned, because it does not involve anything to do with his politics. But, you know, the council of Somnath Bharti actually made an interesting comment where he said, and this could in fact be an expression of Mr. Somnath Bharti himself, that Arvind Kejriwal dropped the potato a bit too early. Is that perhaps some sort of a feeling within the Aam Aadmi Party, or has the Aam Aadmi Party now decided that it is not going to back at all Mr. Somnath Bharti?
Good morning, Sanket. We are standing outside the Dwarka 23 sector police station where Somnath Bharti surrendered last night after much drama. Now, the question that you're asking me about the Aam Aadmi Party, they have been embarrassed by Somnath Bharti, and this has been on for a very long time. The fact that he was running away from law continued to embarrass the party, although till the very end they kept defending him on television screens, on cameras, and when we spoke to them. But off record, they said that they were embarrassed by him and they were asking him to surrender. And finally, we did see Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal and the chief of the Aam Aadmi Party actually coming out in the open and tweeting about how the party has been left embarrassed by Somnath Bharti. Even though Somnath Bharti's council last night, and as you just pointed out, said that Arvind Kejriwal has dropped him like a potato, earlier than what he should have actually, because he should have heard Somnath Bharti out. But the sense was that Somnath Bharti should have surrendered because the allegations against him were serious. The allegation that comes under section 307 of attempt to murder was something he should have come out and clarified rather than run away from law. Now, on the one hand, Somnath Bharti's defense is that he was using all legal means to safeguard himself. But on the other side, the fact that he is a lawyer himself, that he is also a representative of the people, he's an MLA, and therefore he should have acted more responsibly and perhaps given himself up to the police for questioning, which ultimately he had to after a rap of sorts by the Supreme Court when it said that you must surrender and then come to us for any sort of relief.
Okay, Maha, now that this cat and mouse game is almost over because Mr. Somnath Bharti has surrendered, flashing the copy of the Constitution of India, saying that he was only exploring all his legal remedies, all the legal options, and he was not running away from the law. What exactly can one expect in this case today on?
Well, what we are expecting now is that any time in the afternoon, Somnath Bharti will be taken to the court. He'll be produced in court. What we know is that the police is likely to seek a remand of his as time for questioning, really. On the other side, Somnath Bharti's counsel is of course going to put up a spirited defense for him and say that there is no need for any sort of custody or remand of Somnath Bharti, that he is going to cooperate. But the one point and factor that might go against Somnath Bharti is, first of all, that he had been running away from law for some time. That is something that the court might consider against him. The other fact that he has been booked under 10 sections of the IPC, and many of them are non-bailable offences. Let me quickly run you through a couple of them, Sanket, over here. 307, as I was pointing out earlier, attempt to murder is a non-bailable offence. Apart from that, there are some other serious offences under which he has been charged. 313, causing miscarriage without the consent of the woman. And Lipika Mitra's complaint against him, in fact, sketch out a harrowing time that she went through in the one-year period that she was at his residence. She claims that she married him through a matrimonial website, after which she was constantly subject to physical and mental torture. She says that she bore the entire expense of the wedding, she bore the expense of the honeymoon. Once they were back, she was not allowed to lead a peaceful life, that a miscarriage happened at Somnath Bharti's behest, and that she suffered some of the torture inflicted upon her because she was already pregnant by that time. So clearly she depicts a picture that is unbecoming of a person, not just any person, but a person who's a representative of the people, a legislator.
Okay, Maha Siddiqui, many thanks for joining us with all the latest.